At one point, I cold approached some girl who I saw. Like me and my friend, we were kind of out. Me and my friend were outside, and I saw a group of girls, so I went to cold approach one of them. And something extremely funny happened. So I went up to this group of girls. I was a little nervous in my head. We were about to leave where we were. And this, you normally say, excuse me first to get their attention. I said, excuse me. And the second I did, like they were walking my direction as I said it, one of the girls was literally right next to me whilst they were walking past. Like, there was probably less than a foot distance between our faces. And she was staring me right in the eyes, bro. I was just standing there, a little stunned, like, what the fuck? And she looked me directly in the eyes and said, like, with a huge enunciated voice, bro, no. And of course, you are likely to get rejected when you code approach. But just that specific rejection was very funny to me. Normally, people get rejected and it doesn't really affect them at all, or even worse, they get rejected and they somehow get butthurt because of it when this person doesn't even know them, so it shouldn't really affect your self-image. But I just found this rejection kind of funny, because imagine you cold approach someone and they get right in your face, like less than a foot distance, like they're about to kiss you and stare you dead in the eyes and like try and enunciate what they're saying and say no with like the huge like lip thing. It's quite a funny experience. Cold approaching, I think, is an extremely useful skill. And it's extremely versatile because not only does it, of course, give you the opportunity to meet new women, you can't expect to have women in your life if you don't talk to any woman. Everyone says, just focus on yourself, just improve yourself. That's just bullshit advice. You should improve yourself, don't get me wrong. You should be going to the gym. I'm gonna be honest, I've been missing the gym for quite a while now. I need to get back to it. You should be uploading your videos or working on some sort of goal, making a business, focusing on a sport, something. So yeah, focus on yourself. There are tons of good habits you can do, sure. But focusing on yourself means improving every area of your life, including social skills. And everyone just wants to disregard that. Most people who follow the focus on yourself movement just do it so they can kind of avoid talking to people. They kind of think, oh, I can just focus on myself. I don't need to talk to women now. Oh, thank God. I didn't want to do the scary thing. I can just stay in my room and just type on a laptop all day. Oh, thank gosh. It's just an excuse to avoid doing the scary thing when improving on yourself is literally the entire idea behind it is doing the things you don't want to do, discipline. So you should be learning to cold approach, obviously. It's an extremely helpful part of life and you'll always need it. If you want to meet women, you need to talk to them. If you want to make friends and build relationships, you need to talk to new people. At some level, even if you make them online, which I wouldn't recommend that. Like meeting women online, that's not a good idea. But even if you meet them online, you still need to go on physical dates. You still need to understand how to like talk smoothly. It's not just gonna automatically happen. It takes a while. A lot of the times, the first few times, you're going to fail a lot and it's gonna be embarrassing. But as you do it, as you get the reps in, you'll get better, you'll get more confident. And I think that's a really nice thing to have. Because think about it, a lot of the men today, they can't code approach. Not men to make friends, not women to make relationships. If you're the type of man you can just see someone who you find interesting and go up to them and talk to them, that is such an unfair advantage. Think about that. Unlike on social media where everyone is DMing the one woman you want to talk to, in real life, the scope of your competition is so much lower because barely anyone can do that, and they also need to be in the same geographical location. Your chances of being accepted are much higher than what it would be online. Because online you need to talk to her, and she already has all of these other DMs, so she's already less likely to open yours. And then you need to talk to her so she stays engaged on an online conversation and she doesn't even know you. And then she needs to agree to meet up with you in real life. And then you still need to be good at talking to women so you can maneuver the date properly. So at that point, why not just talk to them in real life? It doesn't make any sense. So not only can cold approaching help you get women, of course, which is great, but you also just gain these like really funny stories, which is really nice. And of course, you also gain respect from your friends. Like when you're out with a group of friends and you're just having fun. Like at one point, I was out with my friends. We were just like doing swimming, playing cat in the water. And as we were leaving, I saw this group of attractive girls, probably older than me, like probably like in their 20s or something. So of course that wouldn't escalate anything. That would be illegal. But I did cold approach anyways, and it was just a quick approach. We had places to be. We had like I'm pretty sure we had to bus just to get to the train again. So I made the approach quite short. Did get rejected, unfortunately. But again, you shouldn't see rejection as a bad thing. Hype yourself up after rejection. But my friends saw that and they were very inspired and actually wanted to cold approach themselves because they were like, wow, you can just do that? That's amazing, Prince. I want to do that. So you gain respect from your friends and they were like hyping me up and it was this like really fun and cool thing. So cold approaching has tons of benefits. And just telling these stories is really nice. Having stories to tell is a really nice experience. What other cold approaching stories do I have? I've only recently done it to women. Of course, men are obviously more tame than women and less what's the word? Visceral. So, of course, when you cold approach men, you'll get less experience, like less stories to tell, because men are obviously less emotional. You can talk to a guy and you immediately just become friends. It's cool. Like, I'm not, the story of, oh yeah, I met this guy at the gym and we became friends and I talked to him every day at the gym and we were helping each other with sets. That's not really a fun story. The stories that are most fun is when something bad happens. Like, I called up with this one girl, and then she started screaming at me, and everyone was staring. And she was like, "Rapist, you're I said, "Fucking now I need to censor that out, bro." But yeah, it's a really nice experience. See you later.